A lot of the positioning away from Shanghai here. Fleder has to back off to the rest of his team just to be healed up. Fielder goes down first. Lip takes him out. Removes a lot of healing now from the Dallas Fuel. They're going to be finding it hard to take this fight further forward. And yeah, just a couple of players left standing. Going to be cleaning them up nice and easily.
The tank line is the enormous difference here, right? It's
Fate goes for the power driver here. See him getting body blocked actually by the tanks. Dallas want to engage off of that. They realize he actually doesn't have any cooldowns whatsoever. Look at that, that's so explosive. Dallas just, they knew the Fate. Okay, post bomb laid down. Not going to be getting out.
He has that duplicate though if he can push Fleder away.
Whoa. Jex going down in the backline. Lip somehow gets 2, and now he's trying to take the fight to Fielder as well. While all this is going on, Dallas still want to keep fighting this further forwards. Fearless with the primal. I can't believe that he's just clutched this in the front lines while all that was happening. Fleder now putting in the self-destruct off the back of the duplicate, see if he can get anything done with it, but the DPS of Dallas Fuel have still been alive, still been doing that damage. From afar, a lot of pressure being put into them. Void now going to be utilizing that grab. It catches onto a lot of targets, but Sparkle ends up using his pulse bomb just to push them away. Lip also going to try and answer back, but the backline of Shanghai is in a lot of danger now. Fearless and Sparkle, the coordination is elite from these guys. It has been the entire tournament long, and now only a couple more players of Shanghai are left remaining. Lip's just got to try and contest this point. Well, Lip almost close to another pulse bomb here. And this could really keep them in the game. Shanghai Dragons, they want to be winning out this team fight now. Dallas, though, unleashing the EMP. Sparkle leads it in with the post bomb as well. So many kills going their way. The mines were dropped, but it's not going to be enough. One clip to the face. Lee Jae-gong will fall. Lip evens it out, but he will be brought down as well. And Fate, just with the power driver, wants to keep the overtime going, but I don't think that's going to be enough or necessary here. 1 round now to Dallas Fuel. 1 step closer to the bombs. They're just trying to coordinate a bit of damage here. Fate is in trouble, and he is going to get brought down. They chase him out of the fight. Hanbin falls, though. D-Meg's a little bit earlier. And look at this approach now, as Void's still alive, able to chase down a couple of these targets. Bionic connects onto Void. Void's in trouble. Needs to try and survive this one, but doesn't really have any means to do so. He will be D-Meg'd. Spark with that post from a little bit earlier, just evening it out. Both the Tracers now. Fleder moving over to the role in this capacity. Got taken out Fielder. This removes a bit of healing in this never-ending team fight. It's still beginning from the beginning of this game. The Transcendence is going to be used and forced out by Izayaki. Jexa going down is a great setup now. Can Shanghai convert it into potentially flipping the point? Yes, they can. Dallas forced back off of it. They had to commit quite a few ults as well. The mines up to the point of forcing the positioning, but Dallas want to keep fighting this one. Post bomb is going to be laid down into the bubble. Doesn't quite get the kill they're looking for. And the ult's being committed by Dallas here. Bit of a waste. They're not going to be winning this team fight out, despite the fact that they thought that they could turn it.
Notice how much scrappier it is. It's just about coordination. What a whip shot as well.
EMP comes through. It's going to be catching, I believe, onto Fate. Yeah, they're going to try and bring him down
Void
here. Void, D-Mech'd out of the fight. Fate neutral hacked as well. Dallas now, they remove both of the tanks. Fearless using this primal just to kind of separate as well the backline. Taking a ton of damage. But eventually, as soon as they clean up these players, they will be able to flip the point in their favor. But Shanghai, God,
Shanghai. Fleder would have to come out with a god-tier pulse.
Grab from Hanbin is going to catch up to so many players, but the damage is already done. The Transcendence, I believe the healing was split there from Fearless's bubble. The Primal should absolutely do it now, as he's just cleaning up the rest of the players. Shanghai Dragons desperately trying to cling on, but it will not be enough. Maybe Fleder or Lip might be able to get a last-minute touch, but it will be Lee Jae-gong gets hacked. Is that going to be anything to capitalize off? The damage they're outputting onto Fate is ridiculous, and that was all off the back of another Bionade of Fielder. The Sleep Dart connects onto Void, taking him out of the fight for now. Fielder's just trying to put in the shots. Another Bionade connects onto Void, along with the hack. Void really just cannot be rejoining this fight right now. He's been chunked down to half HP, but at this point, it's too late. The Dallas Fuel, they've already gained their ground, and they're going to be retaking or taking this initial point.
Comprehensive outplaying from the Dallas Fuel. The Sleep Dart setting up a hack to be able to punish Void, but really it all comes down to that kill onto Fate. With your main tank dead, you simply...
Using the Primal Rage to split them up, the self-destruct as well, the EMP, it's catch 4 underneath on the Mega Health Pack room, and Fearless now just catching so many bodies. Look at the damage he's doing.
This is absurd. This is one of those fights where you only see like championship level teams take that. What was even the opportunity that Fearless witnessed? I don't know. But they believed in it and they went for it, and the execution has just been phenomenal. This is a masterful machine with all of the cogs working in the right way, and Dallas are powering their way through.
It's not over just yet, though. Lip's going to try and even it out with the quick pick onto Doha. Sparkle duplicated up. Can't deny the res, actually. Does get the Primal Rage off. But let's see how his Primal mechanics do compared to his counterpart, Fearless. He's going to get taken out of duplicate form. Fleder will fall once more, but the longer the fight goes, the better it looks. Lip was the one who set it up with the early pickoff. They're going to be coming in with the spawn advantage here. Dallas still choosing to fight this one. Picking their battles well. Void got the Bionade applied, now the Nano Boost as well, so Void's going to be able to stall this one out, but he's a little bit longer.
He can't really do anything with that Nano Boost because he was hacked out. And Lee Gon has gone back onto Lucio. Fleder on Reaper. It's just pure stall right now. And Dallas is somehow still in this fight.
Dallas losing so many players, but it matters not. They're coming back straight into it. Void holding onto this self-destruct. He needs it to try and survive this fight, but he's hacked up here. Unable to use it. Dallas Fuel winning this fight out. The EMP layered down. Connects onto Fleder. They take him out. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. 3 minutes 22 is what the Dallas Fuel will be working with. And find a way to get Lip off this perch.
Or they can just deny... Oh, well, I was going to say, or they can just try and deny him angles, but Shanghai is so good at working around that. They know that Dallas are just bunched up into corners, trying not to poke their heads out into Lip's sightlines, and so they just get mocked up. Another excellent point A take with a strategy that their opposition can't really deal with.
And that's the battle that we were talking about between these two teams, the adapting, running these different compositions, and throwing these strategies out and forcing the other to adapt is what we were really hoping.
The efficacy from Fate was just simply not there. He's going to re-engage right now, though, with the Nano Boost. That's perfect coordination from Fate and Lip to take down Fielder.
Yep, and they're finding a lot of these picks, key pickoffs here. Dallas still opting to take this fight at the initial choke point. Trying to cut them off here. Void so low. You can see Hambin just backing off to the Mega Health Pack. He's being chased down, though.
They don't have a tick yet,
wins that 1v1. They don't have a tick. Finally gonna commit some bodies to the point, so they're gonna start to get some progress on the board. But Dallas are now starting to get a couple of players online. 92% and counting. They have to contest this. Tanks are really causing a lot of issues. Fearless falling so low. Doha goes down, and now the Soundbar engaged. This is what Shanghai were waiting for. It connects onto enough targets. They're gonna be using the health to try and lead this fight in. The rally is going to be pushed back. Fate using that Primal Sparkle, trying to clutch it up. He does take out Izzyaki with the Pulse Bomb, but is it going to be enough? Dallas, they're just trying to hold on to this one, but Shanghai, they only need a tick here, Josh.
But Fearless has his Primal again. It just feels like there's always a Primal on the field. Dallas are going to use that timing to be able to get more spawners in. That is an enormous bio grenade from Izzyaki. Caught onto Sparkle, Doha, Fielder, and it just allows Shanghai to mop stuff up.
Massive plays happening. Fleder's going to be forced out of duplicate, though. We've moved over to the Ana, the sticky bombs, the beam. It's way too much for Hanbin. The 2K, the self-destruct helping, assist coming out from Jexa. The Lucio's on the field just trying to put in the work. And now Hanbin's still holding on. The kill's still flowing now for Shanghai. They still want to take this. They're still fighting this. But the aggressive approach from Dallas, the stick is going to connect. Soundbite from Lee Gong. That might just be the health they need to try and take this fight further forward. Doho does go down. But Fearless also falling low. This should be it. Surely the Shanghai Dragons have found enough now.
It's gotta be. Sparkle mopped up, a minute on the clock. They would love to be able to get it with a bunch of time remaining. And Shanghai, they're not gonna be denied.
Holy moly. I mean, that is just... Fate's gonna be the recipient of it. Moves to the point because he has to touch. He has to touch it.
With the Nano.
The Nano is completely wasted here, but Shanghai don't want to give this one up. The choke point is still being fought over. Fearless ended up going down here. Doha didn't get too much done with the duplicate either. The beam, though, that should do quite a lot of work, and Fate will not be able to withstand it. Sticky bombs once more. That's going to do that job. Izzyaki falling before he can get too much more done, and the self-destruct just to push them away will mean that the Shanghai Dragons are not going to be walking away. Well, the dive comes in now. Shanghai having to drop off the high ground. A lot of damage onto Hanbin. And one of the things they're doing is they're actually kind of man-marking Doha, stopping him from getting in. Big Bionade. He's going to catch onto Izzyaki. Void has a lot on his plate to try and shut down a lot of this approach here. And look at the damage being put in. Sparkle will get brought down. He's playing the Echo for them. Has to be healed up here. But they're doing a good job of trying to shut down Doha before he even gets through the choke point.
Yep, they've done a fantastic job of that so far. Doha only up to 55%, while there's ults up on board for it.
Seconds remaining. Shanghai just being forced to play back to the point now. As the time is ticking down, the overtime, Doha caught! That's a shield bash into the boosters. The overtime going, they've already got 2 picks, and Dallas, they're just crumbling under the pressure right now. The Bionade is going to catch on to Fearless. He's so low. Fielder out of position. It's done, it's dusted. There's not enough players left for Dallas to withstand this one. The Shanghai Dragons have pulled off something immense.
That is an unbelievable.
They'll be using this to hold them off the choke point. And Shanghai have got a pretty good read on how to stop this one. And now the Nano Boost is employed, completely separating Hammond from the rest of his team. Wasn't able to do much. Primal Rage has been built up now by Fate. Wants to lead it in, but Lip is also just going to be piling on the damage. 3 kills for him. Oh my goodness.
This has so far been a fantastic defense from Shanghai.
Side sending in their main tanks, trying to find some value. Fleder having to fly back to the point to try and deal with a couple of these players. Fearless as well with the Primal Rage. Does have the Bionade applied, so we can't actually receive too much healing. It's eventually going to fade away, but again, Lip is the one who comes up big so many times now. Pulse Bomb laid down, finding so much work, and now they can capitalize, jumping on the rest of the players as Dallas try and escape. Doha did manage to build up the EMP this time, but they're not going to be able to survive this onslaught.
Enormous credit to the backline of the Shanghai Dragons. Lee Jae-gon hit a really nice whip shot to deny Fearless any kind of value with the Nano Boost.
It does just get it off now, and that's going to be disrupting them even more. The Nano Boost onto Fearless. Can anybody touch the point? The overtime is going to start to go, and Fate did get brought down. Fleder switching over to the Echo to try and get back to the point faster, but this choke point is being locked up once more. Fearless with the Primal Rage, and that is a death sentence in close quarters. Yep, not going to be surviving that one in that close room. Oh my god! What is that?
That is absolute.
The damage just being outputted. It's so hard to withstand that kind of pressure. He's going to back off to the rest of his team, and Void sends in the self-destruct, and it gets enormous work done.
That's a fantastic engage there. You saw Sparkle choosing that opportunity to flank around the side, but Shanghai were too fast for him. They go in, they decimate.
20 seconds remaining. Lip's alive, he's in your back line, and look at that! Just unbelievable tearing through them. Now going to be trying to push Sparkle away, but the damage is definitely being done as it stands Shanghai. So many openings being found from them. Lip doesn't even need the pulse bomb, just chasing, pushing Fielder back through the choke. The sleep dart's not going to be connecting. The overtime did connect. I believe that was Fearless who had to actually sacrifice himself to try and keep it going, but it's not enough. And Shanghai, well, I mean, everybody, Josh, I will say, it's as good as a kill in a lot of sense. Take them out of these fights.
Wow.
Oh, with the stickies though!
That's crazy.
Lee Jae-gon goes down.
He just ate those. He looked at them and he ate them straight to his face. That was wild.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Maybe no shield. It's a bit difficult to say, but Lip is still alive. And a little bit earlier into this fight, he did bring down Sparkle as well. The combined effort, the stick is going to connect. I think it was stopped in the end by the shield. Nano Boost utilized here, but
I'm pretty sure Fielder just nano-jects it to keep him alive from that pulse bomb, and he still managed to go down. I mean, yeah.
Pulse bomb. It's not going to be finding too much here. The beam from Doha, though, does get a lot of work done, and Sparkle just trying to stay alive. Primal Rage. Fate wants to try and get some work done, and look at that comboing again with Lip. This dynamic duo just been absolutely tearing them to pieces.
Oh my word.
This is ridiculous. And again, the pace that they're playing at, Dallas just cannot withstand it. They do have a lot of ultimates to try and hold them off here, but it's getting so tense. Look at that objective. They don't have to push it far.
To be able to capitalize on it. So, a little odd there, but nevertheless. Now Lip uses his pulse bomb, and it is a guaranteed pick. Onto Fielder again.
Doha's got to try and come up clutch, though, to try and offset that. At Lip, again, the backline is decimated. How many times have we seen this? Doha does come up with a response. It's adequate. 3 kills, I mean, more than adequate. It's almost an understatement. He is going to be saving his team once more, but so many...
That you see Lip pulse bomb the first backline player, and then get the second one with an assist from Izayaki.
Dive attempts comes through. Again, look at this coordination of Fate and Lip. Sleep Dart has to be used, but it's not enough. Fielder will fall. Void demech. There's a fight being split currently on 2 fronts. Shanghai are pushing the cart, getting a bit of pressure into it, but the tank line of Dallas do not want to give this one up. Going to bring down Fate. Probably going to have to reset this one backwards. Shanghai is getting a little bit... Plays happen. Fearless with the Nano Boost. This time the follow-up is theirs. Doha uses the duplicate, it's double Winston. Action being utilized to just push them away. Yaki does catch Doha though, as he was taken out of the duplicate. It's the 1-for-1 trade, now Fate with the primal of his own. Lip again, the post bomb, finding Fielder. It's ridiculous the amount of kills this guy gets. And now he's supporting the rest of his team. They wouldn't try and get this D-Mech now to Hambin, potentially chasing him out of it. Trying to keep Sparkle as well out of the fight. Pushing them through. Shanghai finding a lot of opportunities now, and the damage is way too much. It's cleaving through them. The Staff-Destruct comes through. Fleder has to use the duplicate, but no.
Many times people be able to stick them into the back line and turn around an unwinnable fight into a winnable one. There we go.
There you
he
go.
Stuck it. DJ Gon falls.
The caster blessing. It's a rare one indeed, but it worked out. Still, Shanghai want to be taking the fight. In the server room, you can see the Primal Rage of Fate is not going to be getting too much done. Has to back out here. In fact, he's going to get chased down by Sparkle, and that's the advantage of having the Tracer. That's what it offers you. A lot of mobility to chase down some of those weak targets. Duplicate's used by Fleder here, and the EMP as well catches onto 4. Dallas could be in a lot of trouble here. They have to try and kite this one back. Fleder slept up, pushed back though, immediately woken up, and the Primal is getting immense value. Self-Destruct not going to be catching. Fleder being chased though, and that is going to be Fate using this Primal. Sparkle's just trying to get a lot of job done. What is that? The prediction. The post bomb laid down, and Izayaki just walks straight into this. Seen him putting in a lot of consistent damage. And the targets are just being focused now, one after the other. Shanghai not able to withstand it. And a minute now, a minute and a half. Primal, and wants to try and dislodge them. Great whip shot, pushes him away. Fleder in trouble a little bit, just trying to essentially force Fielder off of the high ground. Shanghai, a lot of disruption being made. The Self-Destruct comes through as well, but won't get a kill. Shield bash Fleder, Bionade, he's taken out immediately, and Dallas have turned it on them.
And Dallas are just dominating right now. Fearless with another Primal Rage as well. And remember, this is the map where he set his league record for the most Primal Rage kills of all time. And Dallas look like they could easily set it
straight back up there in their faces, pushing them away. The Self-Destruct is going to be used. They do have a bubble to hide into, but Dallas fighting over the point. Lip still alive, just trying to track down the damage as the cart will move into the overtime now. Primal as well. Fate, look at that, doing a lot of work. Manages to separate himself away from Fielder, takes him out of the team, and he might just get a second one here. But a job, someone's got to touch the payload. The overtime is definitely burning. Primal just about escaping out of there. The post bomb not working out for them, but the Shanghai Dragons, have they done it? Just about squeaking out this win. I don't think there's going to be a contest coming up from
Rage as well, so he's not going to be taken out easily. There's a hack though, and they're trying to go onto everybody else. The Hanbin comes in to peel, and a big EMP comes out.
Oh, they punish Lip though immediately. The Bionade again, rally to lead it in from Jexa. Dallas just holding them again, pushing them into their spawn, not giving up in the slightest. 15 seconds left for them. Shanghai, yeah, they've got a lot of ultimates, but how are they even going to touch the point?
It's got to be on Lip, right? If he can be able to get...
Boost applied down to Fate. Let's take a listen into the Dragons' comms in the final moments.
에코 봐줄게.
브리 밀었어.
브리하기.
됐다. 다 죽었다? 없지. 살았어.
이거 이것점 같은 경우 그냥 트레로 바꿔서 거점 갈까? 내가?
강하게 빡세 날 거.
근데
아니면은
계속 앞라인을 밀고 오는 게 솔직히 너무 힘들어.
빡세긴 해.
In this position, Lip looks like he's setting up for the EMP. Is there any sort of aggressive approach? The tanks have been caught, Doha's been caught. A lot of targets. The dive comes through. The Primal Rage from Fate is good. Fielder's going to be sent off the edge of Gibraltar. Dallas going to be answering with a couple of ults. You can see Fearless using the Primal to try and clutch this one. He does take out Lee Jae-gon. Fate gets caught as well. It was looking so good for Shanghai, but turned around in an instant. Dallas coming up with the necessary response.
And Shanghai just took that fight way too deep. I can appreciate what Lip was going for there to try and get value out of the EMP.
Onto the shuttle to push them away. A lot of damage been put into the backline. What a sleep from Izayaki. He was so low, but the team is back now. The cavalry is there. Sparkle with the pulse bomb. Ready and waiting, just looking for the opportunity to let it rip. What is that? Catches it on the heels of Lee Jae-gon. The rally completely out of the fight. And now he wants to take it one step further. The Dallas Fuel. The pushing and pulling of these team fights is
Shanghai to try and stabilize here. Dallas got so many picks in that prior fight, but they just weren't able to do it. There goes Fearless. Probably saved him from being a victim to that pulse bomb there. And as Fate falls, Dallas Fuel are gaining momentum. 2 minutes still on the clock, but I don't think they're going to need the entirety of it because Doha is just destructive.
Pushing it in, the rally on top of it. Not even necessary at the end of the day. Is being placed again on the high ground as both teams are going to be trading positions. Just leaping up and down. It's a bit of a dance between both of them while the teams try and set up some sort of plays happening. Shanghai are the ones who get the early advantage though. A lot of kills going their way, and the beam, that's way too much damage to overcome. Hanbin's going to be demexed straight away. And Shanghai looking strong thus far.
They are looking very good. Shanghai took early control of that. But now he's on the Tracer, and him and Fleder are going to be able to get work done. Sparkle shut down in the back, and Fleder's taking the duplicate. What can Fearless possibly do with this nano boost? There's no good targets.
Yeah, it's been pushed back, and Fate, as that was entirely going on, the Primal Rage just enabled him to just, again, dive into the back line. Feel the cord out.
Winston to the front, a Winston to the back.
Yeah,
what's a poor little boy?
You can see him looking for an opportunity to engage. The Self-Destruct goes through, and that's the go button. Look at that dive attempt. Trying to catch it. Lee Jae-gon just holding the shield, though. And look at how long they're staying alive. They bought so much time for Shanghai Dragons to answer back. Still, Fearless wants to try and turn it around as the Primal Rage is used again to clutch this one, just chasing down Fleder. The pickoffs are going their way. The great attempt from Shanghai to just try and hold on for as long as they possibly could. Doha using that self-destruct as well. The overtime is burning, but it's only a matter of time, and there you go, the Dallas Fuel.
Get back into this one.
Spark's so low! Holy moly! Lip just taking a 1v1, absolutely schooling him, and now the rally's being used, but it might be a little bit too late here for Dallas. Another stick from Lip! This is ridiculous! The guy comes alive when he's playing the Tracer. It's been so imperative, and now with the point flipped over, Dallas, they do have bodies to try and keep this going with the overtime, but Lip, I mean, the guy is just merciless, just diving into the back line, forcing them away, and Shanghai walking away with this round early on in Oasis. Great in the aggression pretty well. Now they're going to be looking for a chance to recontest it.
Yeah, trying to punish Fearless there. Great work from Void again. Just getting right up in Fearless's face as soon as he uses that leap cooldown. And Doha, he simply can't do enough. Nice idea from the Dallas Fuel to try for that recontest, and it did get them point control, but only for, what, 12, 13%? As Dallas Fuel get mopped up here, Shanghai are firmly in control, and now starting to get up to some really finding with Hanbin to shut him down. You just can't allow the Tracer to get this much work done. And on the meantime as well, Sparkle's pulse bomb, the previous one, got eaten by Void. It's just such a difference going on here. The Dallas Fuel backline is crumbling. Crumbling. Yeah. I know that Hanbin wants to support Fearless and do that that part of his job, but they need to make a strategical swap whenever Lips...
You're kidding me.
I mean, that nearly hit.
Look at him! Like, look at him!
He's all over.
He doesn't have recall, he's all over the place, but he's still playing in their spawn. 4 points. And another nano boost here onto Fate. Just trying to stop Dallas from really pushing forward. Fearless desperate to try and build up this Primal, but he's being punished heavily. Sparkle, though, may have just turned the tide of the fight, and the Self-Destruct as well into the backline will help get the rest of these kills. The positioning for Shanghai, they can't really opt into this fight any longer. Dallas, they're going to breathe a sigh of relief here as they finally flip the point back over into their face. Just trying to force them off the high ground, putting down the spam damage. Fate is there, has the Primal as well.
He demexed Hanbin this time.
He used the pulse bomb to try and get the tanks out of the fight. The Self-Destruct comes over. Already 2 picks for them. Shanghai, they're just inches away now in just a moment. The blink of an eye, finding these opportunities. The Primal from Fleder. I'm just going to knock him off. Oh, the Fearless didn't have it. They flipped the point over, though. So Dallas have been given at least a brief Wrecking Ball now just to try and touch. The Nano Boost is wasted. He's going to be able to contest it for just a moment, but Shanghai, again with the Vice Grip, they've got complete control over this one. Fleder falling low, though. If he goes down, that could be what they were looking for. With Hanbin falls out of the mech.
They have managed to punish Lip in the middle of all of this, but it's simply not going to be enough, Brent.
Oh, there it is.
Fearless who's starting it out. Counter dive comes out from Fate, though, as both Winstons take the nano.
Fearless being bashed up, 50 health, still being healed. They can bring him down, eventually they do. And as all that was going on, of course Lip was in the backline, of course he was doing them dirty. The pulse bomb's just getting so much work done, and look at that. I mean, obviously with the support of the rest of his team, but it's quite surreal just watching a Tracer just make quick work of any sort of... That one, the D-Mech as well, complete trust in his team. and a mastery of the cooldowns. He understands exactly how to play this. Hanbin, though, with the remake, still not taken out. Primal Rage being used by Fearless, but the bombs again into the corner. Fearless is in a lot of trouble here. Shanghai still in complete control of this team fight. Not really letting up at all. Not just to escape. But as this was going on, of course Dallas are going to be engaging with one of their own. It was the double Winston. Doha actually duplicated it, but taken out of it. And now it's Shanghai's time to try and strike back. A rare miss from Lip there with the pulse bomb, but still putting in a consistent and really good amount of damage here. Primal Rage from Fleder, not catching. Shield Bash just to get back into the spawn, so Jexa will be saved just in the nick of time. Dallas have got to find an opening here. The Primal's going to be used. Someone's going to start touching the objective as well, just to keep it going. Fearless bursted down though. Self-destruct comes into the back. Iziaki's going to be met. The nano boost is applied to Fleder. It's not over just yet. Dallas have found a lot of opening picks. They might be able to convert this yet. Now the Primal Rage being used by Fate. A huge Bionade. Massive from Fielder. The nano boost on top of it should be the spearhead they need to break through the choke once more. And the overtime is going to go. They get the D-Mech in the end. They have just about done it, saving themselves in the process. That was looking so efficient here with the pulse bomb. Double with the duplicate now. That's going to be going straight in, and that is the setup they were waiting for. The pincer coming out. It's an instant punish on Doha, and he's going to be taken down immediately. That was Fleder with the beam, just answering it straight away. A sleep dart, but he's immediately woken up. So Fleder now in a position to just kind of essentially tickle him from behind with the Tesla cannon. He's built up the Primal Rage, and he's already won the team fight for them. It's way too hard to be playing into that as well with the Winston in the back line. The sleep dart onto Hanbin. Well, Hanbin's going to try and escape out of this, but look at the damage being done.
But they might turn this, Brent. Fate has been punished.
Like they want
Doha
to.
again.
A lot of opportunities. Lip goes down in the end to Sparkle, winning out this 1v1. The cart moves
Going to go down as easily as they fight over checkpoint B here. There we go. Fleder falls though. That's pressure from Sparkle, who now on Dorado is starting to open up. They've been able to punish Lip much more consistently here. But Fate's Primal finds two, and that's going to call the end to the Dallas Fuels push. Only 45 seconds left. Wait a second. They're still trying to fight this.
Still trying to fight this. The duplicate comes off. They actually have found openings. Sparkle's come back into this, but Lip is still alive. Now the Primal being built up. Doha has to try and turn this around, but Dallas, they're finding it just out of nowhere. Lip's still alive, has to try and clutch this for his team now, but he will be brought down as Doha comes back into it. And Dallas, they turned the team fight.
A little bit of a beef on that shield that he put down on the high ground, and that's going to put Dallas in a rough position. Surely they don't turn this one around as well, but if they had got the kill on Lip there, that would have been nasty.
Lip is ridiculous. He's really just pushing the issue now, but Sparkle! The 2K with the pulse bomb. It is the never-ending team fight. Now Lip has to try and shut him down, but he's receiving the heals and has to back out. Realizes you can't take that team fight. They're chasing him down to try and get the kill here. It hasn't ended. The action has not ended.
And Dallas are committing their ultimate, so takes down Fleder as well. But still, only 45 seconds.
The banana boost here, Fearless. He's got to try and build up this Primal, and that's what he's hunting for. With the nano boost, it should be easy for him. And now he's got it off. Recall comes out, and he knows his target. He's trying to get it onto Lip, but Lip has evaded him, just broken his ankles ever so slightly. And as this was all going on, Fleder again makes his move into the backline. Fearless gets almost nothing with the Primal. Shanghai holding on 20 seconds for Dallas to try and push this. Do they continue to fight this? Looks like they want to try and disengage, but they're being hunted now by Lip as he's chasing down his targets.
Sparkle used to give him a lot of survivability, but surely no way that Dallas turned this fight again.
They're going to try to here. You can see Doha gets taken down. That was the whip shot of Lee Jae-gon. He bashed into the corner. Fate not able to collect that kill. Actually does just about get it onto Jexa in the end now. You can see the damage is being done. Fielder tries to even it out with the Bionade at the end, but not going to be enough for them. Even still, the Dallas Fuel, I think, the momentum that they...
And that gives Shanghai Dragons an opening. Lip now uncontested.
Void only down to half HP. Okay.
What?
Echo's going to start trading each other out with the beams. That's a rarity. Don't see that often. That is ridiculous.
Just Hawaii things, Brent. Just Hawaii things.
It feels like it, doesn't it? Lip's going to still try to keep building up this ultimate, the Pulse Bomb. Fearless locking them off at the choke point, eventually taken down. That was a Bionade, I think, to assist with that one. Field have been pretty huge of it. The Primal Rage being used by Fearless. He knows that Shanghai are not going to be giving this up easily, despite the fact that Dallas are winning. They have a big player advantage. They still need to be using and committing ultimates to try and win this. Rally will will come up online very quickly now. Just trying to stay alive, keeping his team with the extra heals coming into this one. Lee Jae-gong forced out. Dallas with a great pickoff now, but it's been wrapped around. Fate is just trying to cause all sorts of damage, and Doha with his own duplicate. The Primal Rage might be enough, indeed it is. It catches Izayaki. And now we're going to be using that beam just to finish off Fleder as well. Shanghai in a very similar position to what Dallas will have. We'll see. Fate with the Bionade has to use his Primal. Lip wins it out. He beats down Sparker when he was going for the engagement. And that might just be what they needed now. Lip has to use the recall, back up with the rest of his team, but now he's caught out of position. The post bomb laid out. Not going to be finding his target. It was Fearless, but eventually hunted down by Void, nevertheless. And Shanghai still pressing the issue, pushing their advantage. Getting the D-Mech here onto Hanbin. They are going to win out this team fight, but Dallas did disengage. They cannot give this one up. Flood ends up using the duplicate over to the Ana. He's taken out immediately. And with Jexa leading the charge, swinging away, the Inspire healings are keeping Dallas still into this one. The Nano boost onto Fate. It's a last-ditch effort, but it's all they've got. Fielder will fall. They might get the D-Mech. They do indeed. Shanghai could still be winning this one, but they have to play perfectly. The duplicate comes off now onto Doha using the rally. It's a lot of armor being applied, and the targets are still alive. Shanghai trying to hold on to this one. The tanks are doing their darndest to stay into it. Lip eventually taken out though. Fearless with the Primal Rage that he's become so well known for. Might just ended it, indeed he does. The Dallas Fuel are going to win out the series. It's a 6-mapper, but they take it away and they will move forwards into the May Melee Finals.
Unbelievable finish there for the Dallas Fuel. They were